Yo, what is up everybody? Ethan Drake 8 here. Back at it again with another video, our second video of the day. This is going to be an MLB video, and I'm going to do my playoff predictions and who I think is going to win the All-Star game for the MLB. But I do have one more quick announcement, and it is that I am changing my YouTube channel name. Y'all already knew this, but it's not gonna be the Speedster anymore. It's not gonna be whatever I said it was. It's gonna be the Midwest Mallard. Alright, so that's all it's gonna be called, Midwest Mallard. It's gonna be about our football league, and that's really all the videos that's gonna be on it. As soon as I get my name change available, I will definitely change it to the Midwest Mallard. Don't get me wrong, if you don't like the name, I'm sorry, but I just like it better than what I have right now. So, yeah, let's get this video on the roll. Okay, so the home run derby was last night, and it really surprised me that Kyle Schwarber went all the way. I thought Jesus Aguilar, whatever his name is, I thought he was going to make it all the way to the championship. Bryce Harper did end up winning it, which was expected. I think it would have been a good match if Freddie Freeman was in the other side of the bracket, because Harper and Freddie Freeman played each other in the very first round. I think that would have been a great championship round. And yeah, so the home run derby made me think what could happen in the All-Star game for the NL. Bryce Harper had an amazing home run derby. I mean, Kyle Schwarber was unbelievable too. But Bryce Harper is on All-Stars, so that could be a huge impact for the NL team. Although, I think with the lineup that the AL has, such as they have Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, I don't think the NL is going to have any chance of beating them. I think their pitching is going to have to really step it up a notch. I mean, I know they have Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer and Madison Bumgarner, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop the AL. So, I think the final score is going to be 7-5. The AL will end up winning. It will be a full 9-inning game. It won't be the top of the 9. Like, the home team will have to bat in the bottom of the 9. That's all. That's what I'm saying. But yeah. So the home team, I believe, is the Nationals this year, because, I mean, not the National. Yeah, the National League, because they're playing in Nationals Park, which is a national team. So, yeah. And one more thing about the All-Star game. The player of the game. Now, the player of the game, personally, I want it to be Mike Trout. Not just because I like him. The Cubs are my favorite team, hands down. But if the AL wins, I think it's going to be out of Mike Trout and JD Martinez. If JD Martinez wins, that'll be great too, because I like him a lot. No homo. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I think he's a great baseball player. He really knows how to hit the ball, and he fields pretty well too. But he will be playing DH, which is why I think Mike Trout is going to win. If Mike Trout can just make some good plays in the field and be clutch with his bat, I think they will win. And Mike Trout will win All-Star Game MVP. Okay, now it's on to the postseason. Okay, I'm back. The postseason. This is what I think will happen. So, the NL Central is having a big battle right now for first place. The Milwaukee Brewers are surprisingly doing extremely good. They definitely had a big rebuild year this year. They added Lorenzo Cain, so many great power and contact hitters such as Christian Yelich. They have Jesus Aguilar, I don't know how to say his last name, but he's just so fun to watch. Like, he's unbelievable to watch. He has so many home runs, effortlessly, whatever how you say that name. I don't know how you say that, but he does it with no effort. It looks great. He has a great swing. But I do think by the end of the year, if the Cubs can sign another pitcher or try to trade to get Arrieta back, I think that they will take the division. I think what's hurting them right now is their bullpen. Their hitting and defense is doing amazing. I just think what's hurting them right now is definitely their bullpen. They have a lot of guys that need to learn how to play. They have a bunch of young guys such as Carl Edwards. They need to adjust. So, yeah. Also, I think the Milwaukee Brewers will probably... It'll be really, really close, but I think they're only going to lose by about 2 or maybe 3 games. It could be a really, really high wild card. But the Brewers in the playoffs, we haven't seen that in a while. The Brewers haven't really made the playoffs in a good few years. They've always had a bunch of down years, just like the Giants in the past couple of years. But, yeah, they could easily take the wild card or even the whole division. But personally, I think the Chicago Cubs will take the division. NL East. Now, this is the Phillies, the Braves, the Marlins, and the Nationals. This division is very, very powerful. I don't think the Marlins have any chance. They're in last place right now. They're down by about 10 games, 12 games. They're 12 games behind. The Phillies are surprisingly on top right now, with the help of the Abdul Herrera. They've just been tearing it up right now. Their pitching has been unbelievable. Aaron Nola has gone 20-something games without allowing a run past the 6th inning, something like that. It's just unbelievable. He's been doing amazing. And then the Braves have been also on fire. They've always had a good reputation, but for the past couple of years, they have not been doing too well. Dansby Swanson, I believe, did get hurt, so that takes away a little weapon, but they do have Nick Markakis, Freddie Freeman, Tyler Flowers, some great contact and power hitters who I think will take them to the top of the division. I feel like the Braves are going to win the division, and the Phillies will get a wild card. I do think, though, that the Nationals, don't get me wrong, they are in 3rd place in their division. I do think they might have a shot at getting the wild card, but they could also come back and win the division. You never know, because the NL East is crazy, man. It goes up and down. It's like a 3-way tie between all those teams. It's unbelievable. Okay, the NL West. This is one of my favorite divisions. It's action-packed. It's such a cool division that it contains the Rockies, the Dodgers, the Giants, the Diamondbacks. It's a great division. The Diamondbacks are on top of the division right now. They've been super hot in the month of June, and now it is July, and they're starting to creep down a little bit. So you never know. They might go back up. You never know. Paul Goldschmidt has been hitting the ball very well. A.J. Pollock is doing pretty well. Their catcher, I forget his name, but he's getting strike calls like unbelievable. He's framing it, just like a ball's out here, he brings it right here, and it's unbelievable. I was watching a video on it the other day. But yeah, I think they could win the division. You never know. Surprisingly, the Giants are on top of the Rockies this year. I was expecting the Rockies to make it to the playoffs, but they still could. It's only halfway point, so they still could. The Dodgers are right behind the Diamondbacks by 2 games. I believe the Diamondbacks are at 51, and the Dodgers are at 49, I think. So, yeah. It's been a really exciting season for them this year, and I hope it still goes on. Personally, I love the Dodgers, but the Cubs are my favorite team. I do really like the Dodgers, so if they could take that division and then play against the Cubs in the NLDS or NLCS, that'd be really, really nice. So, yeah, for the past 2 years, it's been Cubs and Dodgers in the NLCS. I do not think the Giants will pull off anything this year. I think next year, if they get a couple more good weapons and they do some good training work, I think they can have another good year. I think they can make a wild card at least. So, yeah, let's get to the AL. Okay, guys, I'm back. Now we're going to talk about the AL. We're going to start with the AL East. Now, excuse me if I forget teams because I'm not that great with the AL. I do love the NL. The NL has always been my favorite league. We're not the biggest fans of the AL. So, like I said, I kind of forgot about the AL. I do forget some teams in the NL too. Like I forgot about the Mets in the division with the Phillies. Yeah, I just forgot about some pretty good teams, but I think it's fine. Anyway, the AL. Oh yeah, I also forgot about the Reds too. Okay. The AL West. This is the Angels, I believe. The Mariners are in it. The Padres, no, they're in NL. I forget who's in it. I know the Astros are in it. I'm having a brain fart. The Astros are in it. Anyway, just forget about the rest of the teams because we already know the Astros are going to win that. The Astros are above everybody right now. They have no chance at winning. Nobody else has any chance at winning over the Astros. The Astros are the comeback kids of the MLB this year, and they were last year. Dude, they could be down by 20 runs, and then in the bottom of the ninth, they just come back and win. It's unbelievable. The AL Central, the Tigers, the Twins, I think no, not the Rangers. The Indians. Yeah. And I know there's one more team. I think it's the White Sox. I do not think the White Sox are gonna win. They don't really have the greatest team anymore. Jose Abreu's getting old. They lost Chris Sale to the Red Sox. So yeah, I don't really think that they're gonna really have any chance at going. But I believe that the Indians will take the division. And the Twins do have a chance at getting the wild card, which could be really exciting because we all know last year they did face the Yankees in the NLDS, and the Yankees didn't beat them. The Yankees did go to face the Astros in the ALCS, and they eventually lost game 7 or 6. But it was a great series, very exciting. But I don't think the Twins are going to be able to do that again. I think they're only going to be able to get a wild card and probably lose the wild card. So yeah, that's really it for the AL Central. The AL East. This is also one of my favorite divisions. The Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Rangers. Those are just 3 solid teams from there. The Red Sox, the Boston Red Sox. Oh man, unbelievable teams this year. The Blue Jays and the Orioles and the Rangers, they're just out of the picture. The Orioles are in last place. The Rangers aren't going to really do anything. I don't think the Rangers have a shot at doing anything. Blue Jays need to start another rebuild. I think they need to get another head coach too. But yeah, I just think the Blue Jays and the Orioles have been disappointing for the past couple years. It's been kind of sad because we always seen them winning, and then they have these great star players, and they're on terrible teams. It's crazy. But the Red Sox and the Yankees, another freeway battle, just like LA and LA, but not really a freeway battle, but a huge rivalry. The Red Sox have the best record in the league right now with 62 wins. Yes, they are over the Astros, which is really impressive. But the Yankees have Giancarlo Stanton, Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, and their pitching is unbelievable. They have Aroldis Chapman, Sonny Gray. Their pitching is amazing. The Red Sox did lose to the Yankees a few weeks ago. Very, very badly. It was like 18-6. There were so many home runs hit in that game. JD Martinez has been kind of slacking a little bit in the past couple of weeks. I think he's going to pick it back up though after the All-Star break. Then they just needed some time off. But yeah, honestly, I think the Red Sox are going to win the division just by a few games. But the Yankees will get a wild card and face off against the Red Sox in the NLDS. The Red Sox will eventually beat them, and the Red Sox will go on to win against the Astros. Yes, I do think they will win against the Astros in the playoffs. It does sound kind of weird, but I think this is Boston's year. I think Boston is going to go ahead and win the World Series. They have the best record right now. They beat the Astros a few times. I think they could go on to win it. And yes, I do mean the World Series. I think they will win the World Series. The NL side, I think the Cubs and the Dodgers will be in the NLDS. The Cubs will definitely defeat the Dodgers, and I think the Braves are going to defeat the wild card Phillies, who are in their division, and the Braves will actually face against the Cubs. This would be a very, very interesting series. I think they're 2 apiece right now in their season series, so they might be 2-1. I don't know. I thought they had a 4-game series against each other, but I think the Cubs are going to go on to the World Series and sadly, yes, get defeated by the Boston Red Sox in 6 games. This would be sad, but I think the Red Sox, like I said, I think this is the Red Sox year. So I think the Red Sox are going to take it home. I think they're all going to win. I think they're going to have a great year in their franchise. So, yeah. Well, that's really it for this video, guys. Be ready for that name change, the Midwest Mallard. So, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.